Folks, I'll be busy with air traffic control for just a minute here. I'll be right back with you. One of the first things you'll notice on the way outbound here is the number of swimming pools we have. We built this mecca right in the middle of the desert, and it does get rather warm here in the summer. Between May and about the end of October, actually, it is not unusual for it to be 110 degrees or better. These are Fahrenheit degrees. And we have about 15 days out of the year during that stretch that it's 120 degrees or better here. So it's a little bit warm. Those that have swimming pools use them, and those that don't jump the neighbor's fence and use theirs.
How fast is this thing going?
We're doing about 130 miles an hour over the ground right now.
Doesn't feel like it.
That's because we're kind of high off the ground. As you fly over the mountains, I'll come down a little bit lower for you. You can get a different perspective. Las Vegas is the fastest growing large city in the world. It's we've got about 1.3 to 1.5 million residents, depending on who you ask and what time of day, but that's about accurate. And we have about 6,000 people a month move here. About 2,000 people a month move away from here, which leaves us a capital gains of about 4,000 people per month. And it's projected over the next 10 years or thereabouts that we're going to more than double in size. That's Lake Mead right out in front of us. I'll explain a little bit more about that when we get up there. Right in the back?
Talk on it.
Just put the microphone right up your mouth or I can't hear you.
Can you hear me, Bob?
I can hear you. You guys are okay, right?
Yeah, but
okay.
I can hear you, but can you hear me? You're fine. Okay. How about you, back? Wow. It'll be up 900 feet.
We're at 3,000 feet right now, MSL. We're about, 800 or 900 over the ground. Hey folks, on the left-hand side of the helicopter is Lake Las Vegas. This is a premier community here. About 5 years ago, a group of investors got together, pooled their money, and decided they wanted to bring the old style of Las Vegas back, cater to adult-only entertainment, and put some magnificent homes out here, and that's exactly what they've done. It's a private gated community for the upscale. Pretty nice. You can drive out here and visit it.
Weren't we here?
Yeah, I think we were, Jim. Steady stream of operators. What's the old rings there?
Right down here, that's an old potash mine. And since chemical fertilization has come into play, they don't use this anymore. They've abandoned it, but that's what they were mining out of here is potash for fertilizer. Folks, these are the river mountains here. I kind of fly lower than the other guys do over here. I have the freedom to do that, and I like to get down low because this is a bighorn sheep preserve, and I like to be able to see if we can see any on the way through. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. Don't be disappointed if we don't. We'll get some more shots out of the canyon. But they're magnificent animals. They just blend in really well with the terrain, so sometimes they're a little hard to see.
And just went over the top of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
How many tour operators are there that go out every day?
You got to speak up just a little bit for me.
How many tour operators are there that go out? Looks like
there's several airplane operators. There's 4 helicopter operators that go out and land at the canyon. I'll explain the difference between all of them when we get out there, but Maverick normally, the one I'm working for now is the Premier. I've worked for 2 other ones here, and we normally cater to more of the VIP sector here. We don't do any discount rating, and we stay out here a little bit longer. We fly deeper into the canyon, so we have the freedom to do...
Beautiful.
I really love your job, don't you?
Just
Say again?
Great. Love this job. This is...
Yeah, it's a pretty good job. No, I don't like it. I'm just going to drive us all into the ground.
Oh, bag. Don't give me one of them bags.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice job. I mean, my office is right here in the helicopter, and my secondary office is at Grand Canyon, and I get to meet new people every day, so it's nice. Okay, folks, off the nose off the helicopter here is the Gold Strike Hotel Casino. This is the first hotel casino you run into on Highway 95 coming from Arizona into Nevada. And it caught fire this last year and a portion of it burned. They're in the process of trying to get it rebuilt for the year 2000 celebration in January 1st here this year.
We tried to come out the other day.
Yeah, they're not going to, they're trying to rebuild it. In any case, they just started the big rebuilding project here. They started pouring cement about 3 or 4 days ago.
we were there before it burnt down.
Were you?
Last year.
That's a pretty popular place. A lot of people stop there.
It was nice and friendly. Everybody was smile on their face. That is a dam.
Okay, folks, the Hoover Dam's going to come into view on the left-hand side of the aircraft. I'm going to make a big S turn around the dam so everybody gets a chance to see it. I'm just waiting for all the Heli USA aircraft here to get out of my way. Okay, folks, the Colorado River comes into view right off the nose on the right side of the helicopter. 700 feet tall, folks. It's over 600 feet thick at the base. So it's almost as thick as it is tall. It has 17 generators online producing 1.3 million kilowatts of electricity, which which is enough to power all of southern Nevada, Arizona, and Southern California with their energy requirements if need be.
Heard that,
What's that?
I heard that they use that power supply for California. Is that true?
You heard that they, what about the power supply in California?
They use this mainly.
Yeah, oh yeah, they use the power from all the way from here to Southern California, San Diego. Folks, it said there's enough cement poured in this project to build a 2-lane highway from San Francisco to New York. The federal government's responsible for this beast. It's, they originally budgeted 7 years and $50 million for the project. They actually built it in 5 years and $48 million, so they came in ahead of the federal government.
Is this dam bigger than a dam up on Lake Powell?
Yeah, that's the Glen Ellen Dam. You've got the Davis Dam and the Parker Dam that follow suit down beneath us here. So there's 4 different dams that make 4 different man-made lakes, this one being the largest.
This is bigger than Lake Powell?
Yeah.
Is that right?
The mountain right in front of us here is called Fortification Hill. This is the first of 3 extinct volcanoes I'm going to show you on your tour. This one's the largest. It's responsible for most of the mountain ranges in the area here. And at the top of it, there'll be a mountain right in the middle of the crater. That'll be the lava dome, which holds the lava down into the volcano itself. It's kind of like threading this bottled water, the little cap on top of the bottled water. Right down beneath it, and the lava flowed from right to left. Getting enough air in the back? You doing all right? No? Everybody okay?
We're fine.
Good. I'll check up on you periodically just to make sure everybody's all right. Folks, right off the nose of the helicopter is the second of 3 extinct volcanoes. This one has no name. It's the smallest of the 3. Partially responsible for the mountain ranges here, but definitely responsible for the lava swaths up in front of us that I'm going to fly you through. When the lava came out of this one, it just kind of melted its way down to the low end of the basin. Helped form a portion of the canyon where the water sits right now. I like to fly you right down in here and give you a good look at this. It does a couple of things. It lets you see the desert floor. A lot of people think there's just nothing out here in the desert and there's nothing on the desert floor, and that's not entirely true. There's vegetation here. There's a lot of wildlife. The lava swaths here, you can clearly see, are volcanic in nature. Everything's burnt. And lava no longer flows through here, but water in the summertime monsoon thunderstorm rain season sure does. It just races down through here. This also gives you perspective of how fast the helicopter moves over the ground now. We're doing about 150 miles an hour over the ground. So it kind of puts that into perspective for you.
Can't hear you, Pat.
That it's better than the plane.
I heard you. How hot does it get out here?
How hot does it get? It depends on the exact time of year, but about the warmest it gets out here is somewhere between 120 and 130 degrees. It just really depends, but that's pretty much every day after June. But July, August, and a portion of September, it's probably 120 to 130 every day out here.
That's the ridge out there, huh?
That's the Grand Wash Cliffs out there, and I'm kind of moseying my way out towards there. We'll make our way out there, climb to the top of that, and that's where we enter the Grand Canyon.
Down there. Here in July, we went to Death Valley.
Are you asking me a question?
Yeah, I said we came here in July and we went to Death Valley.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
I'd like to kind of get down here and show you what it looks like for those that haven't been out to the lake before. Kind of gives you an idea of what the summertime monsoon thunderstorms do to the terrain as I make a right-hand turn up here pretty quick.
But do you have wild burros out here?
Yeah, sure do.
What? They were left.
Lake Mead is 110 miles in length. It has over 500 miles of shoreline, and it's about 500 feet deep throughout. If you were to pick up all the water here and move it to the east coast of the United States, you could cover the entire state of New York about 1.5 feet deep in water. It's rather extensive in terms of how much water it holds. look out the front and look at the views open up to you.
Oh, wow.
Folks, off the right-hand side is the second of the 4 boat marinas on the lake. This is called Temple Bar. It's the furthest east. And it's, what most people do is they bring their water toys out here with them. They rent a houseboat or something similar and come out here on vacation on the lake for 7 to 14 days.
You have your water toy?
Hang on just one sec. Sorry, were you trying to ask me a question? Somebody?
Just wonder what kind of water toy you had.
One more time.
I was just wondering what kind of water toy you had.
Actually, I don't, believe it or not. Everybody else does here, so I just kind of go with them. I've been out here several times on the lake, though, with houseboats, and it's really a lot of fun.
Got it.
I've done it on Lake Powell. It was a lot of fun.
Have you? Yeah, Lake Powell's a little more spectacular in terms of the cliff edges and things than this is here, but this is bigger. Look out front again and look at the views open up to us here. Whoa. Hey Folks, this is the easternmost portion of Lake Mead. This is called the Gregg Basin. And we have the South Cove Boat Marina over here on the left-hand side, Sandy Point over on the left. If you were to drive out here from Las Vegas, you can do it, but it takes you 3.5 hours one way. It's taken us about 25 minutes. The flat colored rocks right in front of us here, right off the nose, those are called buttes. Those are created by wind, rain, and erosion over millions of years, and it kind of gives you the beginning stages of how the canyon was helped to be formed over millions of years. I'm going to fly you right by these so you get a good look at them. Folks, one of the first things you'll notice here is these green trees down beneath us. These are called yucca trees, surrounded by big Joshua trees. And the Joshua trees are not cactus, they're a member of the yucca family. They're very rare, they only grow a few places anywhere in the world. This happens to be one of them, so it's kind of nice that I can show them to you. They only grow between 3,000 and 5,500 feet. And they're real particular about when and where they do grow.
How tall are they?
Oh, they're about 20 feet at the tallest. Then we'll go right off the edge of the cliff here and keep moseying our way towards the Grand Canyon here. On the left-hand side, folks, is the Pierce Ferry Marina. And what that is that's the place that the river rafters get picked up. They come out of the Colorado River. It's where it ends into Lake Mead right here. And they start up by Lake Powell, and some of them spend 16 to 18 days coming down the river all the way to this point. They get picked up here and taken back. That's about the only significance of Pierce Ferry at this point in time. That is where the Colorado River joins Lake Mead. folks, everybody look off the nose of the helicopter. Welcome to the Grand Canyon.
All wet.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Folks, over on the left-hand side of the aircraft is the Grand Canyon National Park, owned by the U.S. government. Down beneath the nose and off the left is the Colorado River. And on the right side of the aircraft is the Hualapai Indian Reservation Plateau. It's due to the Hualapai Indians we're able to bring you out here today. This is the only place in the entire Grand Canyon where you can land a helicopter at the bottom and view it from bottom to top. Folks, the canyon's 277 miles in length. It's over 5,000 feet deep throughout. At its narrowest point, it's about 1/4 of a mile across, and at its widest point, it's about 18 miles across. What you've got in front of you here is about 1.5 miles to 2 miles across, so it gets wider as you go farther east. Folks, right up the nose of the helicopter here is Guano Point. That's where you see the buildings. That's the Hualapai Indian Reservation land. And they serve tourists such as yourselves a barbecue lunch. That's kind of how they make their living, is catering to tourists, raising cattle and sheep, and that's about all they do. Folks, I've begun just a very slow, stable descent down to the bottom of the canyon here. As we do this, we're descending through 26 layers of sedimentary rock. A good portion of this rock is the oldest exposed rock known to man at over 2 billion years old. So there's just millions and millions of years of history here. As we come through, I'm going to keep you in tight to the canyon walls here. Give you an idea what this millions and millions of years of wind, rain, and erosion has done to help create these canyon walls. helicopter down on what we call Quartermaster Point here. A change of music. Everybody look out front. The elevator's going down. I'm going to land you right on the edge of the cliffs here in just a couple seconds. And give me about, just a couple minutes and we'll have some drinks and hors d'oeuvres set up for you. This is where I earn most of my money. Folks, give me about a minute here. I'll have the aircraft shut down and the blade stopped. I'll unload you off the right-hand side. Do you think you guys all enjoyed the trip?
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic. Good.
Fantastic.
Okay, folks, I'll put some music on for you here. Just sit back, relax, enjoy the flight up to the top of the Hualapai Indian Reservation Plateau, and I'll talk to you at the top. Like backing out of the garage here.
I used to think that I could not go on, and life was nothing but an awful song. But now I know the meaning of true love. I'm leaning on the everlasting arms. If I can see it, then I can do it. If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. I see me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I can fly. See, I was on the verge of breaking down. Sometimes silence can seem so loud. There are miracles in life I must achieve. But first I know it starts inside of me. Oh, if I can see it, then I can be it. If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. I see me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. Oh, I believe I can fly. Hey, 'cause I believe in you. Oh, if I can see it, then I can do it. If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. I see me running.
Okay, folks, we're coming to the top of the Wallapai Indian Reservation Plateau, westbound back towards Las Vegas. Keep your eyes peeled for herds of bighorn sheep,
I believe I can
deer,
fly.
elk, antelope,
I believe I can fly.
herds of wild horses and wild cattle.
If I
I'll keep my eyes open as well for you. Just sit back, relax, enjoy the music. And I'll talk to you here in a few. How you doing it back, okay? Good. Now I'll fly you back a trip. It'll be about 20 minutes from here.
Spend all your time waiting for that second
on the right side.
That you make up for all that you left difference. Escape one last time. It's easier to believe in this sweet memory.
Everybody look straight out front.
All this glorious sadness.
Whoa!
In the arms of the
Good thing you said something first.
What was that?
Good thing you said something first. This all Indian reservation?
from
What's that, say again?
All Indian reservation?
No, that's the only privately owned land out here. I'll explain that to you in just a couple seconds here.
the endlessness that you feel. You are born from the wreckage of your silent reverie. In the arms of the angel, may you find some comfort here. You're in the arms of the angel, may you find some comfort here.
Okay, folks, the little town right in front of us here is the sprawling metropolis of Meadview, Arizona. It's the only privately owned land out here. Most of the people that live out here are retired. Some of them live out here and work in Las Vegas, but remember, it's a 3-hour one-way drive from this point into Las Vegas. So they got one heck of a drive. Plus, there's no water here. They have to truck in all their water from Kingman, Arizona. So there's not much convenient about living out here.
This is Arizona right here, right?
This is Arizona. Nevada is straight in front of us. California is just off to the left of us here, and Utah, the mountains in Utah are right over here. So you can see into all 4 states from this point.
What's the name of this?
Meadview, Arizona.
Meadview.
Yes.
Thriving little town. Not much crime, huh?
I'm sorry, I had the radio going here.
Not much crime.
No, and maybe that's why people like to live out here. It's just a kind of recluse people. You know, they're all recluse. Well, just a tiny bit, not too bad.
Too bad.
Just probably about 5 knots.
What are these mountains over here? Right.
The mountains on the right, that's Benelli Peak on the right-hand side, and there's no name for the mountain range that I'm aware of. Everybody get enough air?
Yeah.
Doing okay? All right. Folks, as you look outside the aircraft as I fly high over the water, you can see the fingers of what used to be the western rim of the Grand Canyon is basically filled with water.
In the water straight ahead.
Right back over here? Over my shoulder?
Over your right shoulder.
Yeah, those are from boats.
The wake stays there that long?
Sure does. Yeah, as the boat propeller churns through the water, it stirs up algae and whatever else is in the water and just kind of makes a line. Stays there for several hours, actually. nose of the helicopter here is what we call the bowl of fire, or the Valley of Color. I'm going to fly you up through a portion of it and then take you on the north side of what we call the Narrows, fly you through Colville Marina and then westbound back to Las Vegas. Well, I'll show you the strip before we conclude the tour. This is a great way to conclude the lake portion of the tour and give you a good look at what the volcanic activity in the area over millions of years has created. Be a lot of pretty colors, different colors in the sand and rock. It's caused by all the chemicals, natural chemicals from the volcano. Wild horses right here on the right-hand side. Those are real wild Mustangs. Okay, folks, over on the left-hand side of the aircraft is the Las Vegas Boat Marina. This is the closest one to the Strip. If the event anybody ever came back here and wanted to visit the area of Lake Mead, that'd be the closest place for you to visit from Las Vegas. Take you about 30 minutes or thereabouts to get that far. They got a couple nice sandwich shops. You can rent anything you want there. It's pretty nice, actually. Lake Las Vegas from the north side. We saw it from the south side on the way eastbound towards the canyon. And just off the nose of the helicopter here, folks, is Lava Butte. This is the last of the 3 extinct volcanoes. This one's the closest to Las Vegas, and it's also responsible for the Sunrise Mountain Range here. You'll see some pretty amazing painted desert looks as we go through the Sunrise Mountains. And then Las Vegas will open back up to us, and I'll show you the Strip on the way in. Okay, folks, as we come through the Sunrise Mountain Range here westbound, the whole valley opens up to us. On the right-hand side of the aircraft, the last gray house with a gray roof all by itself on the right-hand side up towards the mountain range. That's the Las Vegas vacation home of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Then the Mormon temple is just on the other side of that with the big towers coming out of the ceiling and the roof. Then about 5 miles off the right-hand side of the aircraft is Nellis Air Force Base. That's home of the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds. On the right-hand side of the aircraft is old downtown Las Vegas, right over here. Old downtown's lost a little bit of its luster to the Strip over the years, and as the Strip continues to build all its mega resorts, more and more people stay away from downtown. They've actually cleaned it up quite a bit over the last few years, and it's actually not a bad place to visit. There's a lot of free parking and a lot of free things to do down there. They put the Fremont Experience light show in that runs every 30 minutes after dark. It's got 5 lasers and over 2 million light bulbs, so it's not bad to visit. And the 3 famous hotels there are the Fremont, Union Plaza, and the Golden Nugget. Off the left nose of the aircraft is a Stratosphere Tower. This is over 1,100 feet tall. Has 2 thrill rides at the top, plus the Top of the World restaurant, which is a pretty good place to eat. And the Hilton Hotel over on the left-hand side right over here has the tallest freestanding sign anywhere in the world. And the Hilton used to be the largest hotel in the world, but it no longer holds that claim to fame. But interestingly enough for you, out of the top 15 largest hotels in the world, Vegas has got 13 of those 15. Circus right off the nose, followed by the Stardust. You got the Desert Inn across the street with the red roof. And the nice golf courses. Treasure Island, the Mirage. The Mirage happens to be one of my favorites here. I really like that place. Across the street from that, you've got the Venetian with the white ring around the top. When the second wing of that's completed in about 18 months, it'll be the largest hotel in the world at over 6,400 rooms. The Rio Hotel right off the nose of the helicopter here with the big purple stripe. That's got the 2 highest rated buffets here in town. Caesar's Palace just on the other side of the Mirage here. Jump the street, the Flamingo Hilton is a real nice place. Then you've got the Bellagio just on the other side of Caesar's here with the green roof. That's Las Vegas's first and only 5-star resort hotel. At Paris, Las Vegas, across the street from that with a 2/3 mock-up Eiffel Tower. The Aladdin Hotel is being rebuilt just on the south side of Paris, Las Vegas. Got the Monte Carlo, New York, which is a real nice place. The MGM Grand on the left-hand side over here happens to be my personal favorite at night. I happen to like the way that neon green lights up. We've got the Excalibur when you jump Tropicana to the south. Followed by the Luxor Pyramid. And the Mandalay Bay at the end just opened about 2 months ago. It's a pretty nice place.
They have a lot of room to keep pushing south.
Yeah, they do. Okay, folks, I'm going to start our final approach down into McCarran International, where we started from. I want to thank everybody for flying with me today. I had a great time. Canyon was real nice. I kept it as smooth and as comfortable as I know how. I hope you did enjoy yourselves. For your short stay here, I think everybody's leaving tonight, but I wish you a pleasant stay here in Las Vegas, and whenever and wherever your final destination home may be and wind up, I wish you a safe and pleasant journey home. Sit back, relax. I'll have you on the ground here safely here in just a couple seconds. Folks, just like pulling back in the garage here, just give me a couple seconds. I'll have us on the ground, and we'll get you into the van and taken care of all the way back to your hotel. Hey folks, about a minute, just like the drill at the canyon. I'll have the engine shut down and we'll unload you and get you taken care of. Did everybody enjoy the trip?
Fantastic.
Good, excellent.